Hello, today I'm going to be doing an orchid showcase on what is probably my easiest indoor growing orchid, which is my Chysis limminghei. So I got this orchid from Norman's Orchids in maybe like 2017, 2018. It was one of the first non-phalaenopsis and non-cattleya orchids that I got into. And actually I'm really glad that it was one of the first ones I got into because it made me really confident in branching out into other orchid genera because this was so easy to grow. So let me just talk a little bit about the growth habit of the plant first, because if you can find it, I really think that you should get this one because it is so easy to grow. So you can see right here that there's a bulb, and then also there's two in here. These are old bulbs, and this is last year's bulb, and this is the newest one. So it blooms on the new growths, which is, I don't know, I like that better because you don't really have to wait. I mean, I guess you're waiting as long as you would have to wait if it bloomed at the end of maturing growths, but for me, I don't know, I like it better when it blooms on the new growths because especially with this orchid, it kind of, the amount of blooms that it gives you will kind of let you know how well you took care of it in the last season when this one was growing. So as you can see, the leaves on this one, they are kind of stressed out. So people say that this is deciduous and that it drops its leaves every year like a catasetum, but that's not really the case. So it'll keep these leaves until the new growth starts, and then once the new growth starts, the plant kind of stops caring about these leaves right here. And if there's any stress or anything like that, like if you're not keeping up with watering, if you're not fertilizing it enough, anything like that, the stress will show up on the older leaves. And if you stress it out enough, or if you let it dry out enough, it'll just drop all of these, but it won't necessarily affect the new growth. So whenever you're assessing the health of your Chysis limminghei, and probably other Chysis species as well, you always want to take into account the new growth and not the old growth, because this can be misleading. It looks like maybe I'm over fertilizing or doing something wrong, but when you look here on the new growth, they're all nice and green. So let's get into the flowers. I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer. Raise you up a little bit too. There we go. Okay, so here are the flowers. Trying to get a better color representation on these flowers. So the flowers are also interesting. These have been open for about 3 weeks. I actually meant to film this video last Monday, but things got messed up and I got a little busy and I wasn't able to film them, and I was actually going to wait until the next growth on this one because I didn't expect them to hold on for as long as they have, but they're still here and that's why I'm making this video. So as you can see, well, let me just show you the tag first so you can kind of get an idea of this. So here's the tag, Chysis limminghei, and that is a variety Sunkiss crossed with variety Pumpkin. So yeah, it is orange, obviously, and there's actually a little bit of purple flaring. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but like right here is right before it turns into orange, it is a little bit purple, kind of the same purple that's on the lip actually. And when these flowers open, they open a lot more cupped, and as they age, they will continue to spread. And let me show you this one. Like these right here, these sepals, when they were open, or when they first opened, they were a lot more forward like this. And over the weeks, it's kind of just opened up into this kind of, I don't know, it reminds me a lot of a dendrobium, like Anobi purple splash, the way it's kind of like, it looks like it's just like spread eagle or something. I don't know, it reminds me of a little person with like arms out, like doing a jumping jack or something like that. But yeah, let me show you the lip. So the lip is purple, as you can see, It's got nice veining. The veining has actually become more distinct as it's aged. When it first opens up, it's a lot more purple and a lot less white. And yeah, there's oh, well, that's interesting. Sorry, I got a new lens, and this is the first video I'm filming with my new camera, and it is a prime lens, so there's no zoom capability on this. So the videos are going to be a little bit janky until I figure out how to properly use this lens. But I hope you will bear with me. Okay, that's not going to work. I'll just hold it, I guess. So yeah, it's called Chysis because it's based off of the Greek root word that means melting. I'm not sure exactly what the Greek word is, but you can see that kind of manhandling this one. Well, hold on, let me pause this. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully capture the details on the lip, but what I'll do is I'll take a photo after and show you the interesting detail that's up in the lip right here and the little bumps right here that give it its name, Chysis. So it's lightly fragrant. It smells, I mean, people say it smells like jackfruit. I've never smelled jackfruit, but I have smelled cilantro, and this flower, to me, smells like cilantro. I mean, some people don't like cilantro, but I like it. It's not necessarily as fruity as I thought it was going to be, because I read one description that said it smelled like bubblegum, and it most certainly does not, unless there is some cilantro bubblegum that's out there that I haven't found yet. So yeah, this is the flower. I mean, this is the first time it's given me 2 flowers, which is great, because last time it flowered, it only gave me 1 flower, and my Chysis outside actually only gave me 1 flower as well. So this is my prize division right here. And yeah, I mean, and you can see the wonkiness that it gets as they get older, because look at this. Or let me show you it from the side. This sepal is like way back, and this one is just really flat in front. And it just looks kind of wonky, but that just means that the blooms are about to fade and drop off, and then this will continue growing, this new growth back here. So yeah, these flowers last quite a bit longer than I thought they were going to be. They're probably going to last about a month. I feel like maybe I have about a week left on these ones, and then they'll drop, and that'll be fine. I have other plants that are coming into flower anyway. Oh, and let me just show you before we go the root system on this one. So it has roots all the way through here. And this plant, you can water this a lot and keep it really wet, or you can let it dry out, you know, like a cattleya, and grow it like that. And either way, it seems to do okay, because I kept this in full moss over leca, and the moss was always wet. It was a sort of modified semi-hydro that I do, and this is moss and bark over leca. But with both of those, sorry about that, bring it back. But with both of those growing styles, there really wasn't a difference in the growth. Actually, I think it grew better. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it grew better when I gave it more water, but regardless, super easy to grow, great for beginners, and it's a smaller Chysis. As you can see, this bulb over here is, I want to say, from like the base to right here, to the tip of the bulb right here, not counting the leaves, is about 6 inches, while the bractescens can get like to a foot long on these bulbs. So this is definitely a smaller growing Chysis, and I've seen that the Chysis hybrids with limminghei and lingliensis, and limminghei and bractescens. They tend to skew more towards the larger parent, and they don't always end up being this small. So if you can, I would recommend you get a pure Chysis if you are limited on space. That being said, it's going to turn the flowers around so you can get a good look at them again. They're very cute. There are the babies. Okay, not much more to say about this one. Super easy, flowers on the new growths, just a joy to grow. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.